So the first track on the EP is called Where It All Begins. That was written about not long ago, to be honest, quite late in the process, and I wrote it, and I just think it's such an upbeat song and it really catches you as an opener.
Technicolor in the bottom jar, lack of hearing and the shout so far.
I think the vocal's great on it. I think Ucky sounds great, and it's got a really catchy chorus, and it sort of grabs you straight away. And it was sort of it was so easy to say, right, that has got to be the first song on the EP. You know what I mean? And I love playing it live. It's 3 minutes, fast, and it's straight in your face, and it's just rock and roll. You know what I mean? And that's what we're all about, really.
As the rain sets in.
Where It All Begins is basically, I'd hate to think that I ever write political songs ever, you know what I mean? But for me, it's just sort of a dig at the Daily Mail, because like that just represents all that's wrong in our culture, in my opinion. So no, it's just about, you know, what it's about essentially is it's society today, and young kids who are growing up in society, and they're getting mixed messages from left, right and centre, be it from social media, newspapers, TV, celebrities, you know, they're just getting mixed messages galore, and they've just got no idea what they're supposed to be. Because they've got this idea, I'm told I should be like this, but then I should be like that, and then instead of just growing up and being themselves like it used to be, that's how it should be, you know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, really. It's, you know, it's about, you've got to somehow ignore all the nonsense, and you've got to grow up to be a normal person and don't be influenced by this diet and that magazine, and this is cool and that's not. It's at that, really. It's aimed at the young ones growing up, that's what it is, essentially. Lonely While It's Gone, that's the newest song. Wow, I said to all lads, I've got this new song, but it's got to go on EP, you know what I mean? And I just think it's got a great chorus, it's a really catchy chorus, quite simplistic really, but it's rock and roll, it's 3 chords in the verses, you know what I mean? And again, it follows on great from Where It All Begins, I think, because it's just straight in there. But for me, it's just about something that in life that's important to you, and if it's important to you, you've got to keep hold of it. You know, that can be anything. That can be anything for me. That can be a pet pigeon. You know what I mean? I don't care, but it's important, and just think if it goes wrong, you've had it, really. You know what I mean? So let's just keep going with it. That's the general gist of that song. Hard to Find is it's probably a personal favourite of mine. I just think that, you know, that sums up what Kartica should be, in my opinion. Catchy chorus, great riff, breakdown bit that, you know, I just think it sounds amazing. It's a rock and roll song. Live, it comes to life, and that's what we gigged it live a lot as a new song before we recorded the EP, and people are always picking it out. What's that song? What's that song? And that happens with certain songs, you know. So you go into the studio and you just think, right, you've got to capture that live somehow. You know what I mean? And we did this EP with Dave Sanderson at Flight, who's done a brilliant job as usual. And he really captured what we were about with that tune, and it's come out, I think, you know, it's easy on the ear, you know what I mean? But that's how I think music should be. I'm just saying, look, sometimes something is a drag, it is hard to find sometimes, but it's right there. So all we've got to do is do what's necessary. You know what I mean? So that's the gist of that song, really. Track 4 is called Fortnight From Now. Basically that song was done in one night, just me and Dave in the studio. and it was just sort of 6 hours, and it was just to get a vibe really and see how it goes. And I was going to go back in there for another half a day or whatever to finish it off, but how it came out was so, it was just, I couldn't believe it really. So I just thought, wow, that's done, we're leaving it as it is, you know. And for me, I just love that song because it's really you know, it's probably as personally as it gets for me in terms of my songwriting, especially on this EP.
A fortnight from now is what I've never done before.
It's about, you know, it's about looking forward really, and you might be a bit unsure sometimes, you know, it can be anything really, and I'm about to take something on in a couple of weeks' time that I might not, you know, but I'm going to give it a go anyway, and I'm just going to go in there and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about really, and again, it came out so fast. It was just, I mean, basically what happened was I changed jobs early on in the year, and I had 2 weeks off in between jobs. And on the first day, literally, of my fortnight off, I just picked my guitar up and I sung that chorus, A Fortnight From Now, you know, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to base a song around that one line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did it, started to relate the verses to a whole heap of stuff, so it didn't just sound like some kid who's got 2 weeks off work. And now it's about a host of things, but that's the basis of it really, is looking forward to something that might be a bit new to you and just taking it on, you know what I mean? That's what it's about really. So the next song, track 5, is called Dare to Dream. For me personally, it's not as easy to talk about because Uki wrote that one. I didn't write that one, so Uki's a fantastic songwriter, but he's not prolific enough. I keep telling him to get his finger out, you know what I mean? Because every time he turns up with a tune, oh, thank God, that's amazing, you know. But he wrote that one, I don't know, a while ago now. We've played it at gigs for a while, but we never demoed it or anything because we didn't want a version of it to get out until it were a proper version, you know. Really epic song, Dare to Dream. You know, sing-along chorus. The chorus is really catchy and it's just the same line repeated 4 times, but that's intentional because that's what it's all about, you know. It's really simple, and I love playing it live, Dare to Dream, because it's just, it's an anthemic song. It's as anthemic as it gets. I said to Dave when we were recording it, I said, look Dave, this needs to be unashamedly epic, like just, you know, it needs to be everything massive, like, and that's what we went for. And again, Uki, you know, that's his baby a little bit, you know what I mean, and it's a great song. So the 6th and final song on our EP is called Just the Way We Like It. It's such a winner live, you know, it's epic chorus, really, because it's all in minor chords. It's got a really sort of unique sound compared to, you know, your more generic kind of stuff that we do. So, and again, it's a great vocal, great lead guitar. I think Esh's drums on it, and I love them. And Sam's solo on that guitar, Sam's solo on that song is frightening. It makes you dizzy listening to it. It's so fast. And we're in the studio, and I said to him, Sam, show me how to play that. And I just said, no, I forget it. Like 2 attempts, and like, no, I can't play that. I think it's a really great closer because it's an upbeat song. It ends on a high, and again, it's Kartica about sing-along, big chorus.